for 2026. To be honest, I'm not ready for this year to end because it's just been, I felt like this year just started and I don't know what happened to March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. And now we're already middle November. This year is so fast to the point that I've been doing a lot of contents about Global Career Scholarship Program, life in South Korea, volleyball, everything for almost 4 years now. And it has been a roller coaster journey. And yeah, as I mentioned, I'm not sure if I'm ready for this year to end. I think I want to do more stuff. I want to accomplish more things, but time is running so fast that sometimes I'm looking myself in the mirror and was like, what happened to the months? I know you also experience that kind of feeling, and this is not just me, but if you're wondering how you can make your last a month and a half more meaningful for 2026, 2025, this video is perfect for you. Welcome back to our Just in Time for Chat podcast. And this is Justin, your resident GKS alumni living here in South Korea, sharing you all the things about life, Korea, and career. And as soon as I enter my 30th year, everything about 30s life. Again, today's topic is very interesting because I know a lot of you are feeling anxious about how fast, specifically 2025, ran. And it's so fast that I already bought a planner for my 2026. And actually, this is one of the reasons why I would like to discuss this last month and a half plans for 2025 is because as I was viewing this planner, I keep on seeing like a lot of the same months for next year, but I keep on looking back what I did on these months, like the August of 2025, January to June, all the months before. I did a lot of business trips. I did a lot of work, and I think This is my first whole year that I worked in my current company because I remember last year I came in January. Yes, but during the January, February months, I did only internships. No, it's part time. So, because I only go to work twice a week. And now I started my internship in March. And then now my full, from January this year until now, it's part of my contract based. So, my contract ends on December and then it renews for every year. So, that's the process. The annual renewal is the opportunity for the salary increase. That's how it works in my company, which I appreciate because, again, it included salary increases. I hope there'll be more for this year, but I'm not expecting much because, again, our company, we don't really generate as much income from our operations. Majority of our income comes from our partnership and our projects with the government. So it's quite high, very strictly monitored. So, anyways, so as I just want to discuss, we still have a week, half of November, and then one whole December. What are the things that you want to do? Are there things that you want to accomplish and probably be proud of yourself for the next few weeks before this year ends? Because for myself, I really want to go back to my fitness journey, trying to revive my 2023, 2024 self of going to the gym regularly, eating healthy. Because again, this year, I ended 2024 with my LASIK surgery. So I had my surgery back then. So for at least 5 months, I was not able to work out. So on June, I had my, is it June, July? July, I had my appendectomy. So after going back for a gym for like 2 months, I then started the surgery appendectomy, which rendered me incapable of going to the gym again, which I restarted working out just September, October, mid. And then in October, I went to Japan for a business trip. So, I mean, I still have 6 months for this year, but I want to restart and build the habit of going to the gym and working out, running, walking, everything, so that when 2026 comes, I'm well equipped, not just physically, but mentally. Because a lot of the habits I wanted to build are actually based on this. It's not just the physical, it's always the mental. That's actually the most difficult aspect, to be honest. Being disciplined is not in our nature, I think, because we don't like rigidity, we don't like repetitiveness. I mean, that's one reason why some people go out of work or quit their job. If things become very routinary, they get bored. And I think that's also one reason, one thing I want to avoid happening for myself. Because again, in the end of the day, I want dynamic. Because I'm in South Korea. I want to travel. I want to go out. But I want to establish routines, even if they're very minimal, in order to get back to the shape I had before 2025. And also, because I started playing volleyball again. And it's very difficult for me to move if I'm a bit on the heavier side. So that's the thing. That's one thing I want to set for the 6 months remaining for 2025. Have my head wrap around the idea that I have to get physically fit, because this is also a thing. I want to prepare myself for the 30s. That decade will be very difficult in a sense that I have to be very stable financially, at the same time, be secured about myself and be secured about my life. So I'm not really sure what will be my plans for the next 2 years. If I'll be staying in South Korea, hopefully I am, and I will be staying in South Korea. But I actually don't have options because someone decided to buy. Well, I didn't buy it. I went to my how do you call this? My SIM card lender. So they gave me a new SIM card with the phone plan, and that included the iPhone 17. So this phone can only be used with an eSIM locked with the LG Plus, because that's my current provider. And I can use that for 2 years. So I'm not sure, because usually they're capable of dual SIM. So for me going abroad, for example, traveling, if I can use another SIM card. But that's beside the point. So again, meaning for the next 2 years I should stay in South Korea and pay for this. Yeah, which is not very expensive, to be honest. I got a deal for this, and probably I'll just be paying 20,000 pesos. How much is that in USD? Probably around $300, $400, $350 for the phone to want to be the basic model. But again, okay, that's the thing. So I have to stay here in South Korea for the next 2 years. So yeah, I mean, I have to prepare myself for next year. But at the same time, I want to make sure I'll be able to enjoy the remaining weeks for the 2025. And again, I bought this for that reason. So I have a motivation to stay here in South Korea. As mentioned last week, or probably in my different videos, I started gaining interest with my work, more in the sense of I accepted the fact that I have to work there and enjoy. And if things work out, good. If they don't, it's okay. I think that culture also imbibed by my managers made me feel very secured about my life in the company. Although I'm not very complacent, especially since it's a renewal based, a contract based, there are like possibilities of not me getting renewed. So I have to make sure that I still have constantly upskilling, attending conferences, events. So that will be another aspect of the remaining 6 months. Aside from centering myself back to fitness, I also want to make sure that I still keep on upskilling gaining more knowledge, so that when I go either continue my work or go out of my company, I gained something that I can offer. I guess that's very important for a lot of us who's working, to never stop learning. And even if you're working, you need to find time for you to be able to do stuff that upskills you. Again, I've been seeing a lot of comments that people that hiring new talents coming in, they tend to get more salary. And the reason being, I think, is because these new talents bring more to the table, as they should, because they're being recruited fresh from the, I mean, they should be given, they're given more salary, so they should offer more. But again, that's a call for us who are staying in our current company, that when we go out of our company, we make sure that we are ready to go out of our company, and we can offer more because we're expected to receive more. Especially here in South Korea, I guess it's very competitive nowadays. A lot of foreigners are getting aptitude and like getting more confident in their Korean communication skills, which is my weak point. And I've been trying to study Korean, but again, it's difficult if you're. I'm in the middle level, but I cannot go to the advanced level because the foundations I have are very mediocre. So that's my fault. But anyways, that's also another thing that I want to focus on in the next few weeks, to be able to give more emphasis on my Korean language learning, at the same time my Korean adoption learn plan. Like, do I want to stay here in South Korea, be a Korean citizen, a naturalized citizen, or probably a long-term resident? That those are the things I want to figure out before I hit 30, which is February 2026. So I have three. I hope you have more plans for this next few weeks for the before the 2025 ends. And start buying planners like this. I bought this in Timu. Make sure that you document all your successes, your lessons, and let's be ready for what's up next for us. I still have a lot of travels and business trips planned for December, and January will be a very busy month for me, but I'll just hope for the best. I'll do whatever I can and then see where it goes. But for you guys, what are your plans for the remaining 2025 days? And if you have other topics that you want to discuss, feel free to share them in the comment section. Till then, bye bye.